Rolling.
Today my guest is Mr. Mohammed Obaidani, the gentleman who brought us this important race. And this is the third year. Welcome, Mr. Obaidani.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. Really happy to be here with you. I heard about your show and I'm really happy and glad to be your guest today.
Thank you so much. So, could you tell us about your journey, how it started with triathlon, with Salalah?
I mean, my journey was quite, I think, interested when started it from volunteers. I have no idea what was the triathlon. Actually, reality is I've never seen triathlon in my life. I never see bike in my life. I wasn't even a cyclist. I was a runner. I came from a military background, and once, like back in 2008, I just met a group of people. They were doing a triathlon in Corn Beach in Muscat. Then they asked me if I can volunteer for that. So I said, okay. My role was to have a waters, to get the waters at one of the aid stations. Triathlon in Corn. The first bike was to trade between my Vietnam's and bike. So I got the bike, was really cheap bike by then. For me, it was expensive because of my knowledge back then in 2008. But that bike was a journey to start with triathlon since and became addicted to triathlon.
And what about Salalah? You came many years ago, and we had pioneers.
Salalah, this is where we are at the moment actually. It was 2013, March. I received a call from my brother, and Jumeirah Hotel was just open that time. He said that they are having coffee here. He came from Muscat, and I had a course in Salalah. I said, okay, I will pass by. And I was still in my top shape. I was still training, and I was also pushing myself to do more Ironman events. The moment I walked out of the door of the pool, Jumeirah pool, I looked at the marina. I said, this is Ironman event. This is where should Ironman be here. And that's it. That's just the idea where started it all from. Like I just like, okay, I will bring Ironman here. And that was 2013. It took me, I think, 5-6 years, and now here we are. We have the third edition of Ironman now.
Exactly. I want to come to this subject actually. Now this year we are the third edition.
Yeah.
How many athletes we will have this year? What you think about for the future of this journey?
I'm quite confident. The journey just started it because last 2 years I think we have there's some reason, let's say, and things that behind scene people don't see. Why we have chosen September actually. It was idea to extend the season from Kharif to Kharif in September, where no low season they call it. But unfortunately the weather actually in September is not helping. So for last two editions, I will look at 750 racing first edition to a 300 racing next second edition, and we back to 430. That means the event is still not shaped yet. So it's coming. It is on the right track. We're changing the date to October this year. It's there. Now it's being accepted. People will start look at it differently now, and we are pretty sure Ironman Salalah, it will let's say 70.3. It will become one of the well-known and famous events soon, or let's say near future. We are very confident with that, and we have really looking forward for next year actually to add what we call it a professional category in our series, this event. Hopefully that will be then accepted, and the event it will be even more famous than at the moment.
As of 2000 Sydney Olympics, triathlon became an Olympic sport, summer Olympic sport.
Yes.
It was the triathlon Olympic distance are 1.5 kilometers swim, 40 kilometers bicycle, and 10 kilometers run. Some of our audience will have no idea about a triathlon. Could you give us about what is 70.3 and what are the distances?
Ironman 70.3, it's 70.3 miles. So we're talking about 113 kilometers actually. It's like 1.9 of swim, 90 kilometers of bike, and 21 kilometers of run. Then we have the full distance Ironman, which is the doubling that distance actually is 3.8 in a swim. Then you have 180 kilometers on a bike, 42 kilometers run. That's the difference between 70.3 and what they call it 114.6 for the full distance.
And also, as far as I know, you are the only one triathlete from Arab world who finished within 1 week 2 full Ironmans. Okay, could you tell us also the story about it?
That one of my bit crazy story I did last year. And yes, that's true. That so far there's no one. I think there's few people will start now follow the journey. Last year, after like 3 years of non-racing Ironman distance, it was after Ironman Muscat 2023. I have no idea why I came up with the idea. Just something click in my head. That's why I'm not doing something new for myself. And I contacted my coach. I said, you know what, Mamo, well, let's try something completely different from normal. I have 12 weeks to start 2 my favorite Ironman in the year. And he asked me which one. I said, like, I would like to do Challenge Roth, and the weekend after I would like to do Ironman Frankfurt. And both races actually my best races. Like, I would love to do these races, and they fall down like just a weekend apart. So I had to choose between them. I decided not to choose. Let's do them both, back to back, weekend to weekend. I think the challenge was like bit, for him it was a bit funny, like 12 weeks to prepare for 2 Ironman full distance. That's not even like, but I think my experience, and because I came from a background of endurance, I came back from a very tough background in endurance life, so I knew how to handle myself. So I think my timing by doing the 2 Ironman back to back was good. Was not bad really. It was not what I expected. I was really pushing to go under 11 hours. I did 12:30 and then 13 hours for Frankfurt. But still, I would say that was a big achievement because I wasn't alone. Actually, I had a lot of support from everyone. Like, I had my coach, my nutrition was by Sponsor Sport Food in Switzerland. Rudy was on the lead for that. I had a recovery station behind me, the people pushing for the recovery, massage, and all of this advice I got always from them. So it's 12 weeks, but were intense, and I couldn't even have a time for my own life. I would say I have isolated myself completely for 12 weeks. So, but the achievement was good.
But Mr. Obaidani is so humble. We are talking about 3,800 meters swimming, 180 kilometers cycling, and after a full marathon of 42 kilometers. And right after 1 week, the same again. So 12 hours, 13 hours, you cannot watch a triathlon on the television. So it's a completely big achievement. Congratulations about this.
Thank you very much.
It's like I'm so hungry going to open buffet and I want to eat everything. So it's not possible. You made this actually. On Friday, which is tomorrow, we will have iron kits and for the ladies a race. Yeah. And on Saturday at 6:30, the big journey for the 3rd time is starting. Yeah. What would you like to say about this?
I think, first of all, we are so proud that we brought our own concept called Sheerans. And also, again, the Sheerans will start and kick off the start of the journey of that brand from Salalah, because it's been requested by the woman who lives in Hawana, Salalah. So all the women, all the community who was living in, so they contacted me. They asked me, do something for us as a woman in Hawana during Ironman. And me with myself and my team, we had this discussion about what could the event looks like. Then one of my team actually, she came up with few names, and I really liked the ideas of. She came up with something called She Sport or something. But then we said, okay, why is not Run then? And we said, okay, She Runs. So now again, the She Runs is our own brand. We came up with the idea, the concept. And I think we can do a lot with that brand. And we are so proud that we started the first ever event of She Runs in Hawana, Salalah again. as we started to do with the first triathlon in Hawana, Salalah. So with this place is like for us is always hope. It's always it's a place where we're really motivated and positive about. So we have inshallah, we will say, look at the journey. It will be inshallah, it's a really good journey for the Iron she runs. Iron Kids is always one of the most popular and none. As you know, like we are in Salalah Public Park every Friday doing sport events, community level for the kids. And now almost all that village are wearing Iron Kids. Now they are all ambassador for the Iron Kids. And we believe tomorrow we'll see 1,000 kids racing this edition. It is a big, it's a big event tomorrow. Plus, Ironman 70.3 third edition. I would like to send that message out clearly. Those who missed this edition, I think they missed a lot this year. Because I think we are perfectly with the weather. That's really nice weather this year. Plus, this edition is where we will focus on athletes themselves. Next year, hopefully, if we have the pro category, then we will focus more on the pro category. So this year we are treating the age group like a pro. But next year we will have a pro. So the age group, they will miss that part. So I really feel sorry for those who will miss this part this year.
Yes.
But I'm really wish them all the best of luck. Wish them a nice race. I hope they will enjoy the journey because it's really one of the most beautiful, unique destinations to race in. Salalah is not like any other race. When you race in Hawana, Salalah is actually you are racing. I myself, I always when promoted, I said it's one of the laziest events you race because you don't need to do any admin actually. You don't have logistics. You just from your room to the race, back to your room. You're done. So you not even need to drive to the events.
Yeah,
this is one of the most unique things that you do in Hawana Salalah Ironman. So it's a really unique event.
Unique event. So when the ladies of Hawana ask you for something to do for them, maybe they ask you for a tea time with pastry or coffee. Let's see. Because do we have so many active in Hawana? We will see tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will see. I think the most motivated woman, she's not here. I saw her in Dubai, so I was like, why are you not even here? Like, she's like, yeah, she is not here. So I was like, okay, you are the one who was actually promoting the events. You were running around and filming and encouraging all the women to come and race with you, but then you are the only one and not here for the first edition. I'm sorry for her, but that's the life. She is busy.
And also, a few words about the start of triathlon. 1978, how it started. Could you give us also some idea about this?
I heard the story it's an interesting story actually, but it just was an ideas of people were discussing who is the hardest. Is it cycling? Is it swimming? Is it running? But then they came up with this idea. It's like why we don't do it all together and we see. We see just they came up 5 people. They came up with this idea back then and. I don't think they were really realizing what they're gonna change in the world, and they changed the whole world by only a small idea.
How many Ironman races are under this brand per year, approximately?
The top of my head, really, but I think Ironman shaping Ironman as one of the unique events, and it become like let's say a very luxury triathlon event. So as a full distance. Ironman full distance. I think there will be no more than 45 events globally, or more or less. But 70.3, I think there's 200 plus globally. Like Oman has 2 Ironman 70.3, which we are different from all the Middle East actually, where we are able to host 2 Ironman 70.3. But that's Ironman as a brand, it now become like a very luxury brand. So to host a full Ironman distance, like you are talking about hosting a Formula One. So it's not just like any country in the world that we can host a full Ironman. It has to be, there is a certain criteria that you have to meet. And Oman actually is there. It's meeting all the standards hopefully future can bring it home.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What else would you like to add as last?
Yeah, with what I would like to add in the term of the journey, the sport in general, like it's not only Ironman, it's not only triathlon, it's not only swim, bike, run, but being part of a sport, it's a journey. It's a beautiful lifestyle that to have, and I think we are now missing that kind of socializing with the sport. It's not only socializing on a coffee, sitting in a coffee shop and have coffee and chat, but it's beautiful if you have like to enjoy your riding with a group, have a coffee after a ride, or chat after a swim, or chat after a run, or maybe playing football or paddles or whatever sport. But it shows you have to be part of that community. You have to be part of the social life, social life. Let's say it's not only a sport, but that's something I really wish to see everyone enjoy more than actually focus only on one sport, trying to always do one same sport. Be part of the social club and enjoy the sport by being a lifestyle, like it's your part of your lifestyle, not only a sport.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this beautiful conversation, and I'd love to see you, inshallah, at the finish line on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.